Well, hello, Robert Heffernan with EndoTech AI for FinTech. This is BlockChain Vitals. It's our weekly segment. And not only is it a weekly, we have a full monthly roll here that we're going to talk about. Because for me, the time fractal, the price discovery is the only important thing. Now, we're going to talk just a second here in the rounds about, you know what, why wait? Let's just go right to it. Doing rounds, my chance to talk about something from the fundamental side or bigger picture, not price discovery related. And this comes from the front page of TradingView today, Crypto Ideas. Hey, Bitcoin bulls, do not pray for an economic crisis. For sure, what we've seen over the last several weeks developing and the coronavirus out of China, COVID-19 now, not great for economic activity. And this little snippet telling you that and showing you that the price of Bitcoin doesn't do well by a general decrease in value of the S&P over time. You know, there was a case trying to be developed that it's non-correlated. But it seems to me in today's world, most everything's correlated. As you thought gold would be a flight to quality, and early on maybe it was, but now when things really get scary, people sell all their assets. They move as much as they can to cash, reduce their exposure. And as far as Bitcoin and or gold being a safe haven in an inflationary environment, well, when was the last time we saw an inflationary environment? I got to tell you, it's been decades. It's been decades since we've seen inflation. Everybody says it's coming. It has to come. Modern economic theory argues against that. It says that everything that has done before in the economics model is old economic theory. I, for one, don't believe that. I just think it's a matter of time. Anyway, the beautiful thing about price discovery is it helps you better time your fundamental analysis. I've read a lot about XRP and what it's going to do, but when we take the vitals and we talk about its price discovery, it is pathetic. And so the fundamental story can be whatever you think it should be, but why be involved with something from the long side, especially when it acts so poorly on the field or in the ER? You know, this is BlockChain Vitals. These are the vital signs of any particular market, right? Where are they in a value range basis? Where are they on a standard deviation modeling? Where are they on a pivot model? These type of things help you discover and have an opinion about something other than the noise, which is the whispers, which is the fundamental news. Anyway, let's take the vitals and talk about actual price discovery. Taking the vitals, my chance to actually do that, and we're going to talk weekly and monthly fractal right now. Bitcoin right now trading 88.20. 2 weeks in a row now on this weekly fractal, making lows right around that weekly average. This week coming in at 85.38, fully holding that and showing a little bit of strength here, a little bit of life. And obviously you need to get, actually I take that back. We have taken out lower momentum now on the daily, which is a healthier signal, a healthier price discovery result going on. 88.16 was that lower momentum on the daily. Now I'm always been a believer that you got to show what you've done for me lately, right? I need to see it close above here, and we're dabbling with it right now. 88.15. Last at Bitfinex, and again 88.16 is the level we need to close above to be out of low momentum on the daily fractal. Now we can chop wood, and we got a lot of wood to chop on that weekly to get back to that up momentum level that we've been talking about. 95.26 this week in Bitcoin. 95.26 weekly up momentum. 83.54 83.45, the monthly average, 83.45. So should be some fairly good support around this mid 80s level. 83.45, like I said, on the monthly, 85.38 on the weekly. Definitely don't want to see weakness below that level, though. Now, obviously, a monthly chart is a monthly chart, and you have a long time to develop it, and we're just here the second day of the month. Monthly lower momentum, though, all the way down at 64.21. And I don't want to see that. I think the story's better as a bull story. Anyway, those are the numbers. Don't shoot the messenger. Room on the monthly out to 14.116. Also interesting that the up momentum level on the monthly that we went to last month dabbled around and could not hold 10,269 this month, just a little bit higher than last month, which was 10,234. Moving on to Ether, 226.55 last. Upmo on the weekly, 231.80. So it's actually held up a little bit better here on the chart, because still within striking distance of that weekly up momentum level where Bitcoin fell all the way back to its weekly average. And the monthly up momentum level in Ether, 241.12. So also plainly within striking distance. And on weakness, the weekly average 184.16, monthly average 196.29. XRP, as I mentioned earlier, I see a lot of XRP content in the Twitter sphere especially, and a lot of people, talking long term how XRP is going to reshape the world. Right now, 23.67 in XRP, just above the weekly average at 23.58, and more importantly for me, not able to hold the monthly, which was up at 29.35, fully rejected that last month. 22.91 is the monthly lower momentum. So now, we're talking XR or Ether within striking distance of up momentum on the weekly and the monthly, and XRP is sitting here dabbling near its monthly lower momentum level. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about what the fundamental picture is trying to be painted, because that's just all the verbiage. Sure, there's statistics along with fundamentals, but they are not trading statistics, all right? They are not actionable off of what is going on in price discovery. That's all I care about. What is going on in price discovery? What bets are really being made? On the floor, if you were in the pit, open your mouth, make a bid or an offer. Otherwise, shut up. I don't care what you tell me about the statistics around something other than the statistics around price discovery. Anyway, enough. 367 last in EOS. Moving to EOS, 367. Weekly average at 350. Weekly up momentum at 4.25. Room out to 576. On the monthly, 354 is the upmo level, 354. So still above that. Room out to 825 on the monthly. BNB, now this chart is especially the monthly, it's just rolled around and collapsed. Oh wait, but by the way, back to EOS, dead flatlined on these levels, as last month's levels were almost identical. Last month upmo was also 554. What am I saying? 354. 554. We got a typo, and it's my handwriting that's the typo. 554 is up momentum in EOS. 554 trading 367. We went up. What was the high last month? Hold on a second. The high last month, 548. 548. So they attempted that upmo level last month, fully back off of it, and now back below the monthly moving average. 419 monthly moving average. Yeah, you read something wrong one time and it throws everything off. I apologize. Anyway, back to that EOS chart though. Dead flatlined on the standard deviation modeling. And the only way that you change dead flat line on this modeling is to close, not only attempt a momentum level, but to close in that direction of momentum. So it does the bands or the standard deviation modeling no good to go test the level and then fall right back towards the average. The only way you get momentum in markets is actually close in momentum one way or the other. Anyway, BNB trading, back to that, 1951 last BNB. Upmo on the weekly, 2147. Weekly moving average, 1785. Monthly average, 2152. So now below the weekly momentum level, below the monthly average. And again, this chart just looks like it's going to flatline also. It has not done that yet, but that's the way it's appearing. And excuse me for not bringing up those two daily. The EndoTech.io site has these levels, standard deviation modeling, the upmo collar, upmo control, or center line, lower momentum collar on a daily basis every day on the website. Excuse me. Next, XTZ. Now, XTZ, interesting here. 276 last XTZ. Weekly up momentum, 277. So we're right there dabbling with it. Weekly or monthly up momentum at 203. But for me, the more important thing here is the monthly collar. I actually am involved a little bit in XTZ right now. And for me, closing or coming back out of low momentum is important. But more importantly, though, is my discipline on taking profit if we get another leg back up here. I will not be in the camp to think that we will be able to go and retake or test a double top in XTZ. We outperformed so monstrously last month. And this, the high last month was, hold on a second. Let's get the exact high. Why guess, right? The high, 394, depending on what exchange you were trading at. That was at Bitfinex. So right around $4 anyways. My point being is that this month, that up momentum collar comes in at 324. So I just don't think it's going to be able to retake or recapture or try to test the high put in last month. I'm long it, and I will take it off at that monthly collar, 324. I just don't think, I've seen this too many times to see something blow through a collar level on whatever time fractal you're looking at. And then it just becomes very hard for it to do it the next time unless there's something, something unique and extreme going on in the marketplace. And with all the news in the world today that is keeping people away from accumulating risk assets, I just don't see how that can happen. Now, I do see that, I will respect the momentum. If we can take out this weekly momentum level at 277, I'm ready, willing, and able to jump on board. In fact, I jumped on board when we came out of lower momentum on the daily. But important to take profit here, and for me, extremely important to take profit around that 3.25 level, because I don't think it's going to make a reattempt this month, anyways, at the highs that they put in last month. Anyway, ADA, last but not least, 0485, and I got to tell you, I was looking back at some of the trades I made in ADA, and I'm so glad that I had covered on the that weekly strength into weekly collars a couple of weeks ago up into that high 7 handle, mid 7 handle. Anyway, on the weekly ADA, the weekly average 0458, weekly low momentum 0354. They need to hold this weekly average here. Up more on the weekly 0561. And ADA also, like EOS, dead flat on the monthlies. I mean dead flat, almost to the tick. Monthly average at 0566. Monthly lower momentum 0398. So those two levels critical for longer term direction, in my opinion, in ADA. Anyway, that's what I got. Thank you so much for watching. Please be disciplined, trade disciplined. Share the video if you enjoyed it. Go watch the replay if any particular coin is of interest to you that I covered, and pay attention to those weekly and monthly levels that I discussed, because longer term players play on longer term charts. Bigger money comes in on longer term charts. It's the only way they can navigate the market on a technical standpoint, is to navigate from longer term charting. Anyway, thank you again so much for watching. I will see you next week for another session of BlockChain Vitals.